Who's the surprise guest?
I have it.
What's your guess? Dun,
What? Has to be a Westfield Bank employee.
dun, dun,
Casey.
dun.
Jeremy Casey.
And incoming.
That's too much.
It is. Well, you said we're working on our introduction. It had to be like a Westfield Bank employee.
Hi,
Hi.
Jeremy.
Thanks for coming on.
That's who my guess was too.
how
Hello.
are you?
Hi, Cori.
Hi.
This is going to be an interesting
That's not a real
episode.
pocket.
No.
All right.
And welcome to Strictly Businews. I am Alfonso Santaniello. To the left is the one, the only, the blonder Cori Verteramo. I'm getting a little better with this.
You are.
We have all the way to the left of me, Heather Zielenski. Thank you so much for coming on. And our
Thanks
first
for having
ever surprise guest, co-host, Jeremy Casey.
I crashed Businews. Yes.
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 Crashed it.
It's good.
Right off the bucket list.
Yeah, done.
That's got to be a really crappy bucket list.
Yeah, I really shoot for the sky on that one.
So first up, we're going to go over Yahoo's bidding for Hulu for 600 million to 800 million range, which is Yahoo's been on a big purchase spree. They recently acquired like 3 or 4 different apps alone. Never mind Tumblr. I mean, it's
1.1 billion.
Yeah, it's insane what they're doing. I mean, I don't know who else is up for Hulu, but I think Hulu's been on the bid for quite a while now. I think we talked about this like I don't know, a long time ago we did.
There's a couple different companies. Guggenheim Digital,
Guggenheim.
Silver Lake Partners.
Yeah,
I don't know either of them.
And then I think News Corp, which is one of the current owners of it, because it's a partnership, and he's one of the original founders, and he wants to buy it. But you know, I actually have Hulu, and
Nothing special.
no, I'd rather go on Amazon Prime. You know, there's better stuff on Amazon Prime. Netflix, who has that anymore, right?
For
But
people that don't like Arrested Development. pretty much.
yeah. I mean, you can't really get any. Like, you look through all the TV shows on Hulu, and really, Amazon Prime's way better. Or I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Subscription
So just
$10.
basic, Comcast cable.
$7.99.
Hulu came on my smart TV, and I was excited, but I didn't know what it was. So I looked into it, and I think it's kind of. I don't know why.
You
you would
sound like
use
you're
it.
50. It came on this
It came
TV
on
that
my
I have
smart
that's
TV.
smart. What is a Hulu?
It did. It was all this stuff, but I don't understand.
Is that something you eat?
What's the big
Does
deal?
Nutella go on it?
Hey, honey, what's a Hulu? I'm sorry.
What's
sorry.
the big deal about Hulu? though? Can you tell me?
Originally, it was one of those. Back in the day, it was they aired the episode on TV. They aired it like online the next day. It was a really quick turnaround. Then with the big boom with Netflix and all the other choices out there, Hulu kind of became a little more pushed to the side, I guess. It hasn't really been in the mainstream. It's not really doing phenomenal. I mean, that's why it's been up for sale for a while.
But they said they don't want to take anything, like a sale of anything below $1 billion is unlikely, which, which is kind of funny. I think more people, like, I've never used Tumblr. You know, I don't know if you guys use Tumblr, do you? I don't. But
No, I still use Comcast. I'm with you.
Yeah.
what
Thank you.
What do you mean use Comcast? Is there
What does that have to do with Tumblr?
Yeah.
Listen, I just found out what Tumblr was this weekend.
I don't know what it is.
You need
It's
to
not.
go
It
on
wasn't. It's not your when you fall over drunk. You know that's not what it
It's
is.
a
Right. But they were showing me this.
Or when you lose your car.
It's Are you saying I do both of
Warning
those things?
Oh, do you want one?
Because that's false.
Oh man.
Do Google "she has had it" or something. That's the Tumblr thing I was following. It's more of like a tweet and
Tumblr is it's very focused, or it's heavily populated by teens.
Yeah.
Is it blogging though? Isn't
It's,
it?
Yes.
it's like microblogging. It's like Twitter but longer.
What does that have to do with me in the TV?
Yahoo just recently bought Tumblr. Now
Okay.
Yahoo
What does it
bought
have to do
Google.
with you having Comcast?
Exactly.
All right, let's just go to the
Okay.
next
Where
topic.
is this going?
And moving on.
Yeah, Yahoo
10
wants
brands
Hulu.
that will disappear.
Yes. So next up, we have 10 brands that are going to disappear in 2014 by 24/7 Wall Street. So let's go over the 10 brands real quick. If this thing will stop being weird, and then
Hopefully Comcast didn't make the list because I'll be lost.
Comcast owns
I don't
everything.
even know what I would do.
Oh,
Oh, well,
All right.
I know what
Oh, gotta get rid of that plastic. Can't eat that.
First up is Road and Track. I guess it's the oldest and most well-regarded automotive magazine. That's gonna end.
Yeah.
Mitsubishi Motors, shocking.
Whatever.
Leap Wireless, never heard of.
It's right up there with PCS.
The WNBA, I thought that already was canceled.
It's a good thing. Listen, it's a
You were
good thing I
shocked?
didn't
I'm
sign
sorry.
on after college. Or I'd be out of a job.
Olympus, which is they make
That's
cameras.
sad.
Volvo.
Don't believe that one's true.
No, I.
Mark my words.
I don't
Nope.
think so
Shocked
either.
about
Not
that.
gonna happen
About
with the-
Volvo.
Let's finish the list and then we'll talk about
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. That's
sorry,
fine.
Al.
We're supposed to comment as you went along.
it. Living Social.
No comment. No comment.
Martha Stewart Living Magazine.
Martha Stewart's gonna die.
and,
I'm sorry, that's terrible.
and number one is JCPenney.
I thought that already happened. I'm sorry. Really?
So
When's
a
the last
lot of
time you shopped there?
It's a big.
I love it.
Touche.
I'm surprised by the Nook, even though like, tablets are big, but with the Kindle and the iPad, those seem to be like the forefront. And I think the Nook and even whatever Windows and Android have out, they really aren't compared to the two.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised by a couple of them. Volvo, I don't see how that.
I know.
Not
That's
happening.
shocking.
Not happening.
I don't. So the article says United States Volvo was never a giant manufacturer with a large number of models or ultra high-end brands. As of April, its market share in America dropped to 0.3%. Our one audience member said she has
Our
a
audience
Volvo.
member. Our audience member is so angry right now.
You should see what she's writing on the board.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a free month.
I really don't think that could happen though. I mean,
She's
Send
fracking
you a free
mad.
month.
if you think if you think of the retail, I mean, Volvo's.
They're so expensive.
But
So I don't-
And
but
their
I
models are too small to compete with other sedans in there.
obviously you guys haven't been to the Berkshires because you see the XC90s rolling around like crazy over in the Berkshires, but then
Well,
again only
that's
10
because they
people
roll
live
very
there. So
I had a Volvo too. I loved it, but
You
not
see,
cutting it. And they're saying in the article that it's not just in the U.S. that Volvo is having an issue.
yeah,
but I mean they make 18 wheelers too. Do you know that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, audience. Audience says
That's
yes.
what she
That's what
drives.
she.
She drives a semi.
The WNBA, I'm not really surprised by. I mean, they just never
They
really
kinda
seem
like
to have the
fall,
numbers.
yeah.
What are you laughing at?
They make backhoes too, or something.
They do make
Do you want
construction
to apply to
equipment,
be our
yes, they do.
Chewy?
What is a Chewy?
From Chelsea.
Oh yeah.
I am the only one that doesn't know that, and I feel pretty privileged. To
All right,
Thank you.
Mitsubishi Motors. I don't even know the last time I seen a new car from
My
them.
boss drives one.
No, sir.
Yes, he.
Oh. Moving on.
So anyway,
Okay, be
head
quiet.
over to Huffington Post. Check out the article. There's a lot of interesting ones, and we're gonna go to the next.
Martha
topic
must
now.
be pissed.
I will say 7 out of 10 of those are correct.
Martha Stewart, she's a criminal, and I think her magazine should go out of business. I'm sorry.
Well, by this prediction, it looks like it's going to.
Down with her.
What I was shocked about was the WNBA.
No, you're
Are you
not.
serious?
Well, I wasn't.
Should I pull up the footage of you
I
playing
was-
basketball?
Please,
I wasn't
please,
expecting
can
it
you?
to make the list. When you think things
Well,
are
it is
gonna
a
fail.
business.
I know, I understand that, but not in my mind.
Well, they had.
Not in anyone's
Last
mind.
year they had the Oakland Raiders, so I mean.
No, well. And what is their status this year?
So the next topic, BuzzFeed partners with CNN and YouTube to create online video channel. So BuzzFeed has been, I feel like out of nowhere, has been producing this awesome, funny humor that people have like 26 things that remind you that you're old was like the last one I saw, like people that were born from
Yeah, I
the
saw
90s.
that.
And so they're coming out with good stuff, and I think it's really kind of jumping on anything like our generation in a sense. So the social news site and meme aggregator BuzzFeed is partnering with CNN and YouTube to create a new online video channel called CNN BuzzFeed that will be unveiled later at another time. So I mean, it's basically creating kind of like what TMZ does. So they have like the online, but they have like a web YouTube channel. I think they're doing the same thing. I don't think that they're going to go over celebrity stuff.
Actually,
But I'm surprised with the CNN and BuzzFeed combo. CNN doesn't seem like it's the.
well, oh my God,
Younger,
Yahoo, oh my God, right? They have their own show now. I think it's.
Oh
Red
yeah, I think they
Elements.
merged or they bought
Yeah.
over another show or something like that. It's weird.
But BuzzFeed, I watched today about the whole Kardashians. They had that new family photo and how
Groundbreaking material, folks.
Yeah.
It was for me.
Crack feed, not BuzzFeed.
Are you fracking me?
Well, I think it's kind of cool because, I mean, in a way, I mean, they're only going to do 3 a week, but it's going to focus on serious topics, whereas, like, TMZ is like, oh my god, Amanda Bynes again, poor girl. Ooh.
She's gonna become the next.
She was the
Just stay
original
out of
guest
the
co-host.
news. Stay out of the news, Amanda.
She was the original guest co-host, but, Jeremy's second
Yeah.
up. So.
Yeah.
Yes, she's working on her rapper.
I have her blonde wig in my car. But I think that it's kind of cool, I think it's a great way to, educate, our generation because we all
Oh, I
know
agree.
that our generation is not
Well,
educated.
you think that only specific people watch CNN or watch MSNBC or what? You know what I mean? It's not. They're not hitting younger demos. They have to go where they are, and that's online and on
Yeah.
YouTube, and that's where I think you're going to end up seeing a lot of. Like a couple weeks ago when we talked about the, Disney buying a YouTube channel, you're going to end up seeing a lot of networks
Well,
buying YouTube
exactly.
channels.
They have to be more creative in the way that they're reaching their audience.
Yeah. Next up, or last up, right? Yep, already. That's it.
Quit fracking around.
So we keep saying fracking all episodes. So basically, GE is to invest billions of dollars in fracking. If you don't know what fracking is, Jeremy, what is fracking?
Fracking is, and I'm not an expert, disclaimer, but it's essentially when you inject water into under the ground where there's gas pockets, so then it will release gas, which is then supposed to be captured and then used in our houses, and that's pretty much fracking. But there's a lot of ecological issues with it. Watch Gasland. Very one-sided, but try it.
If you ask me, I was just gonna say it's some sort of drilling. So
It is. Yeah, you're right on. You're right on. Yes.
It's slang for hydraulic fracturing.
Correct.
I need to get my head out of the gutter.
Together, we are fantastic.
Together,
We have an answer.
Yes.
So what I'll read off what the article says, and then we can kind of jump into. It's kind of There's 2 sides.
Oh, that one's hard.
One of America's corporate giants.
That's the worst. I
Kids,
threw it on
hey,
the
hey,
floor.
hey,
Sorry.
we're not done yet.
How many
one of
Twizzlers?
one of America's corporate
Keep
giants
doing
is investing
This
billions of
show.
dollars in the boom of oil and drilling, and they're going to Oklahoma, saying, to open up a new laboratory, it's
I
building.
hate when
And
people chew in my ear.
I think we're gonna be done with the
Right
episode.
along
We're
with
good.
burping.
No, we can't. This
I'm
is
still,
really important.
I'm still
Burping
listening.
was the first. Was the first episode where he burped in my ear.
All right,
Now
I'm
he's
gonna put it
chewing
down.
in my
I'm gonna
ear.
put the Twizzler down, and we're gonna continue. Sorry,
You guys are
Mom.
giving me more work for editing.
Just-
So yeah, they don't drill wells or produce oil or gas, but they want to go into fracking, and I don't know. That's all I have to say about it. I tried to say as much as I can.
Well, I think it's actually, I'm kind of split between it because I think if they do it the right way and they make it more efficient and they clean up a lot of the issues that are currently with it, I think that that's a great thing because, our thirst for fossil fuels, I don't think is going anywhere. So if they can clean it up, make it more efficient, and make it better for the environment, because currently there's a lot of controversy over that right now, I think that that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But if they just perpetuate what's currently happening, I'm not a big proponent of it.
That sounded very intelligent, Jeremy.
Who
I
knew?
was just gonna say, like, I think it's a, a good idea. I was kind of listening to him, and
He's like, I think he's proponent.
Oh, he's perpetuated it too long.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
thanks for having us.
Next, we have first-time guest coming on, and we'll talk about with Meghan and MLG career and just a few.
Thank you.
And see.
And welcome back to the Spotlight. First one in a long time. It's with our first-time guest. This is behind the scenes, like almost a year in the making. I
Oh,
feel
wow.
like. I am here. I'm here with Meghan Godorov of MLG Career. So for the viewers that don't know, what is MLG Career?
So it's a career consulting business. I work with individuals one-on-one to help them understand what they want to do next, kind of bridging that gap. A lot more related to young professionals because, when we're 5 years out, we wonder what's next for us. And so I'm trying to work with them specifically on making the next move.
So how did you start the company? How did it evolve? What's your background?
That's a good question. So when I moved here to the Northampton, kind of Springfield area, I felt like I was surrounded by entrepreneurs. And I really wanted to do something on the side. I felt like I wanted another challenge. And as I was meeting people in the area and as I was talking to young professionals like us, they really needed somebody to do that and to be there for us in that way. And I was like, well, I might as well start something and see what happens. So all last year, I was planning on doing, all of this business related thing. And I was meeting with the Small Business Development Center, which is actually right outside of Springfield there. And in January, I launched the company. So it's been kind of fun because I've been able to work with UMass and the students there and developing my website and just kind of finding like the community connections that have helped me be an entrepreneur. I'm sure as other entrepreneurs have done the same. So my background is really in psychology, and then I went for my master's in student affairs and higher ed with a counseling background. Nice. And I transitioned sort of experientially, I suppose. When I was in graduate school, I worked for a career center and realized that that's what I wanted to actually do. So I started here as in a career center and then decided to start the business as well.
So, and you put on like workshops, and you have one coming up?
Yes, I have one tomorrow.
Or
I guess it will be
we'll be airing tonight.
Right.
Yeah.
Tonight. And it's actually at the Forbes Library in Northampton. So I'm really excited about that. It'll be the first one that's open to the public, and it'll be from 5 to 6:30. And so the official title is LinkedIn for Job Seeker Success. So we'll be talking about LinkedIn, what it's like, kind of what you can do to build your profile to kind of get to the next step once again.
So outside of someone wants to meet you one-to-one, you also have the one-to-one option instead of doing workshops? And
yeah, so it's kind of in tandem that I'm doing this. I'm doing workshops, and then I'm also doing things one-on-one. So if somebody really just wants me to look at their resume, I'll certainly do that. If somebody wants me to help them through a job search process, I'll do that as well. And I base all of my work on the person's needs. Nice. So it's really kind of like a pick your own, choose your own adventure kind of menu for working with you.
So you said that with UMass are helping you with your website. Is it done?
Yes, it's done. I mean, it's, it's never really
Oh, yeah, it's never really done. But
for the most part, it is really done, and that's mlgcareer.com, and I'm so proud of them. There's a student, I just lucked out. He was actually an exchange student from Germany who came over and has had, he actually already has a master's. He's working on his master's in, web design, and so he was actually a real asset to me because I think he put it ahead of the game to a certain degree, and they were a great group of students that just kind of talked to me and figured out what I wanted, and so I learned a lot in that process too about web design and development because I certainly don't have that. But yeah, it's been fun. So I actually manage it now, and that's also a new thing for me. Again, all back to the entrepreneur piece of it.
So where do you see MLG going and growing in the future?
Yeah, that's another great question. I would actually really love for it to be something that I do full time, and so the process of that, just thinking about like what I would want in the future. Maybe I wouldn't want to work in the college environment, or that I could have the flexibility that I could do that part-time. Let's say I was home with kids, for example. Women have to think about that. And whether or not that's something that I could use or leverage that as an income source for myself. So I'm hoping that I can grow so that I have, my own staff of a couple of counselors, and that we can think more broadly and do more things worldwide. I also hope to just figure out kind of where that would be next, but we don't know. So
exactly,
that's my goal, ultimately.
So any other information you want to give the viewers on MLG?
I just think, check out the website, think about yourself and what you would like to gain not only from your personal life, but also your career life. They're very much in tandem with each other, and to have personal satisfaction also means that you have career satisfaction. I know so many individuals, even just like Alfonso here, that have slash careers, or what we call the slash careers, that you do a couple different things. So really leverage your talents and talk to somebody to help you get through that. If it's not me, it's somebody else, but I sure hope that it's me. And I really appreciate Alfonso having me on today. I'm excited.
No problem. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Next time we'll have you on the roundtable. She was in the background with so much to say, so next time we'll have you on.
I was so pumped up about Volvo. I drive a Volvo, and I was really upset that if I'm going to lose my Volvo, I don't know what I'm going to do. I really don't. But I might have to sell it soon so that it doesn't lose its value.
Yeah.
I have to get out there as fast as I can. And go to Buzzfeed. Buzzfeed is an awesome site.
Yes. Well, Megan, again, thank you so much for coming on, and we will be right back. That was another great episode of Businews. We want to thank Heather for coming on and bringing our surprise guest, Jeremy, and also want to thank Megan for coming on for a spotlight in a long time, I think. We need to start getting more interviews coming in.
Yeah, we did. She did great today.
Yes. So if you're interested in coming on, let us know. Shoot us an email. Contact info is in the box below.
We want to also thank Sovereign Bank for providing Twizzlers.
One Financial Plaza, not Sovereign Bank.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am.
Yeah. Must be the new dad job.
Anyway, compliments and bombshells. Thanks,
Yes.
Carrie.
Oh, tell her she got a shout out. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Is that like product placement?
Yeah.
Here it is.
All right.